Hi everyone, this is Prashant from Globalizers and this video is titled as Deadline Ka Funda, right? So, अब October, November आ गया है and everybody is thinking that I have to apply to various universities and what is the deadline? So I'll be specifically telling you from the master's level perspective for all the MS courses or various business school programs such as MIS and business analytics or finance, and even I'll put some light on MBA. So deadline, this word itself is very scary. We have to finish everything by the deadline. What does it mean? Deadline means that whatever documents that university is expecting to receive, to have their application completed and go under review, you should be able to supply all those documents by that particular date which is mentioned on the university website. Okay, so let's talk about an example. Any university would have a lot of MS programs. There would be different departments, and you have to make sure that if you're applying for a particular program, you refer to the department deadline, because a general deadline for any university for all the master's courses would vary from department to department. So mistake number one that students make, they go to graduate admission website and they see a general deadline mentioned and they are under the confidence of that, and sometimes later they realize that they have missed the departmental deadline, right? So if you're applying for MS in computer science, go to computer science department and look at the deadline for that program. If you're going for mechanical engineering, go to that department page and confirm the admission deadline. So point number one, every program would have a different deadline, right? And when we talk about the deadline ka funda, one also needs to understand that there is not one deadline where all the universities are going to get finished. No. So it's a whole window. Some universities have deadline as early as 15th of November or 1st of December, and then some are at 15th of December, some are at 1st January, and this continues till the month of March or April, or even some universities have deadline as May. To some extent it is true that some of the high ranked universities would have deadlines around 15th of December or 1st December, but that's also not entirely true. So what you need to understand, that if you know your program list, okay, and if you can find out the program deadlines, application deadlines, that would help you prepare better application package. Let's say if no university of yours is having a deadline before 1st January, then do not rush unnecessarily. There is another common myth that earlier you apply, it is it is better. To some extent it holds some water, but more or less, as long as you apply before the deadline, your application is going to get complete attention, and then you will get a decision accordingly. It is very important for all of you, once you have the university list, first thing that you do is to have your deadlines known to you. Do research on that particular part. And students ask that, is there any scholarship deadline? Usually for master's program it is not. So there is only one application deadline, and sometimes the university write it in two ways, that this is our priority application deadline and this is our regular application deadline. It's good if you can apply before priority deadline, but don't worry at all if you have missed a priority deadline. You can always apply before the regular deadline also. So students also freak out sometimes if they miss priority deadline. So remember this very important deadline ka funda, that universities have various deadlines. Every program in every university, Columbia University for example, computer science, the deadlines are probably around 15th of February, right? While Arizona State has a deadline of 1st of December for computer science, and again it would vary from university to university. And coming to business schools, usually they have a practice of application completion round wise. So you should know round 1, round 2, round 3, round, let's say if you're applying for business analytics, you're applying for masters in finance, or if you're applying for even an MBA, go to the website and see what are the first round, second round, third round deadlines. So usually you would find that this round is the last round for international students. It's good to apply in the first round, and maybe if you missed the first round, then at least apply in the second round. Third round, you might not be left with a lot of seats because it's a business school application, unlike engineering or other courses. So deadlines are very important. We have to stick to those deadlines. Very important advice. Suppose if you have missed a deadline and this university was something that you were really looking forward to, do not hesitate in emailing to the university and ask for an extension. Because if you ask for an extension, some universities I have seen previously, they have given that application extension of by 7 days or 2 weeks, or sometimes universities have said that okay, we have opened the application portal for, let's say 2 days you can complete, and then you have that chance to complete the applications. You might want to email to the university if you have missed the deadlines. You can ask for an extension. So usually there are no separate application deadlines as far as the scholarships are concerned, and there is no separate application also usually for the master's level applicants, particularly in United States. So I hope this whole video helped you in terms of understanding of how your perspective should be when it comes to deadlines at master's level courses, mostly in United States. So be watchful as far as deadlines are concerned. Thank you. Stay tuned.